Hello again. Today I'm going to be looking at indicator lights on a caravan when you can't get the screws out. So here's an example. You put the screwdriver in. I can turn it and turn it forever, and the screw just goes round and round and round, and it never gets any looser. And what's happening is there's little rubber mounts that the screws go into, and they, if they're old, they go round and round as well, so it's never coming out. So for this, to get some sort of another screwdriver, or in this case an old pair of pliers, you can actually lever it, and as you turn it you start to feel it bite. So you sort of, what you do is putting pressure on that rubber mount, and there we are. See, that's coming off now, so it's much looser. You can do the other side and then we'll see if it will come off. And there we are, it's come off mostly. There's a little bit left on this side. Again, just put it under a bit of pressure. And there we are. And you can see also what's happened is, because this is old, this has perished as well. So get one of them out. It looks like that. So you can see how, because it's old, it's spun round and round in the hole. But yeah, so what I'm going to do when I put them back in is just to put a little dab of silicone around so that it grips it, and that way it should stay in next time I try and take it out. And obviously now the reason that I'm doing this is so that I can pull that off and get to the bulb, and I can now inspect the bulb, because I've been having a few intermittent problems with it. So I can now get to the electrics, I can do the testing, and then I can put it back together. And before I put it back together, I just want to clean that up a little bit while it's open. So this is just a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. It'll come out. So that means I can clean up the thing, but it's not going to leave me any residue that the silicone and things won't stick to. So there we go. Clean that up. Nice and shiny again. Let that dry and then put it back together. Now, because the gasket fell to pieces when I took it off because it's so old, what I want to do is try and fix it back in without too much more damage, because I don't have a new gasket and I don't have anything to make it out of either. So what I'm doing, I've got the old gasket, and what I'm doing is I'm putting it in place on here, and you can see it's all over the place here, and I'm just using super glue, just in tiny dabs, just to stick it back onto here so that I get a nice consistent shape and it all holds together. So there it is done, and you can see it's not perfect there, but at least it's held in place so I can put it back in. Now if you've got one like this where you've got like a plastic bubble sticking out, doesn't really have to seal, because inside here it's just plastic and plastic, and there's a little hole in the bottom anyway, so if any water does get in here it'll run out again. So this doesn't have to be perfect. You're not trying to seal a cylinder head or something. So then when that's in, I can now think about sticking it back in here. And now I'm just going to, and I've cleaned this too, so I'm just going to put a little dab, not much, just a tiny little dab of silicone in the hole, so that I can put this back in, and it should just hold it next time I come to use it. So it's all around the top there, and from the back I can twist it around to make sure that's bedding right in. So as long as I can get it done up this time, then it'll be much easier next time. So first of all, the bulb goes back in like that, and this goes in, and the gasket's in place. I just get the old screws and I should be able to push those in to the right place. We'll just do those up. Okay, now you don't need to over tighten them because they're just into rubber. So if you do it too tight, they just keep going round and round. So get to a point where it feels just kind of tight as you turn it, and then it's pretty solid. See, that's not going anywhere. There we go, job done. Hope that was useful.